Hi, welcome to this week's Midweek Connection. My name is Todd Jordan. I serve as senior pastor here at Strawbridge United Methodist Church. I'm delighted that you've joined me. So I realized a few months ago, I've known this for a while. We've got a lot going on here at the church, not just the activities and ministries, missions that are happening inside our church walls, outside our church walls for all sorts of ages, all throughout the week. And now, of course, we've got the new building, we've got construction and renovation, all good things happening, wonderful things happening. And as you can imagine, when church council meets every other month or so, there's a lot of business to discuss, there's a lot of ministries to celebrate, there's a lot of updates to happen, and occasionally things to vote on. We get engaged in a lot of just sort of day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month business, which we need to do. As you can imagine, it's not always easy to keep looking at the large picture. Are we meeting our mission goals? Are we meeting our objectives? Just from a sort of balcony view, are we as a congregation headed in the direction that we want to head? And how do we sort of steer the ship without getting lost in all the details, without at the same time forgetting that we've got to attend to all those details? So a couple of months ago, I went to church council and I said, hey, would it be okay if we just sort of put together what I'll call a navigation team? And they won't have any power, they're not making any decisions. Their job is to simply, in between church council meetings, take a look at the business that's going on, the ministries that are happening, how are we spending our money, how are we spending our time, at a sort of balcony view, and then just sort of taking a look at this and then going back to church council and reporting and saying, hey, this is what we're seeing, this is what we're hearing. You know, you've said that we want to do this, and the church has said we want to do that. But we're spending our money and our time on this, and we're not always looking at that. So would it be okay if we had this sort of navigation team that could do this? And the church said, yeah. So we went ahead, or the church council said, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So I just wanted you all to know as a congregation that the navigation team, it is chaired by our church council vice chair, Kathy Kryza, so that when she transitions into the chair, she'll kind of been up with all these things that are going on and have that perspective as she leads starting next year. So Kathy Kryza's chairing that. I'm on it, Pastor Josh, Pastor Beth, as well as our lay leader, Bill Kerner, our church council chair, John Swank, and an at-large member, Carlos Ochoa. So what we're doing is meeting regularly, and we're not just taking a balcony view and helping sort of the church council navigate and stay on its missional task. We've also decided, let's take it a step further. So we're bringing in a church consultant, the Reverend John Thornburg, who I've known for years. He is an ordained clergy in the United Methodist Church. He worked for 10 years at Texas Methodist Foundation, helping churches sort of make sure they're going in the direction that God is calling them. So the navigation team is going to meet with John Thornburg and ask questions like, what is God calling us to do in this season of life, you know, for Strawbridge? We've got this new building, we'll have this renovated wing, we've got all these activities. So what? What does it amount to? How are we staying true to our desire to being the best church for Kingwood? What does that look like for us now? Who is God calling us to become in this season of Strawbridge's life? So I just wanted you all to know that the navigating team is going to be kind of working through this with John Thornburg. And then we'll go to church council, have these same conversations, may bring in John to work with church council, and then report all this to the congregation and just sort of get feedback from you all, so we can make sure that while we're being about the daily, weekly ministry stuff with the worship and the age level ministries and the Bible studies, Sunday school class, that kind of thing, but also the big picture view. Are we the church that God wants us to be right here, right now? So it's an exciting time. Just wanted you to know that all of this is happening. Transparency is very important for me and for our church leaders. So I'm just excited to share this with you all, and just remind you also that all of our church council meetings are open to anyone to show up and be a part of that if you'd like. And if you have any questions about any of this, feel free to give me a call anytime. So have a blessed week. Hope you're enjoying your summer, and I look forward to worshiping with you in Worship this Sunday. May God bless you.